Steve, Heather, Tisk, Fancy, Schmancy, Variety Show.
Someone notify Hockey Steve?
No.
Oh, fine, don't.
Steve, hold on. Steve needs to be invited
To what?
to the fancy schmancy side.
To
No,
what?
no, this is a call. Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Steve was over in the thieves' den just
Oh,
chit-chatting with himself.
oh yeah. He does that. It's awkward.
Chatting with himself. Oh.
So here we go. I made a thing that looks somewhat similar to the other thing.
Okay.
Ah, yes, the thing.
It's a thing now. Hello.
Ooh, that looks
Hello?
nice.
Hi.
Hello, everyone.
Welcome to episode 2 of the Fancy Schmancy web show.
Oh, we're live? You pressed the button?
It
This
was
is us.
done, been prested.
Wave at the people. Yay.
Let's just post it, and then I'll leave it. Oh, shit.
dog. Oh shit, dog.
Hosty schmosty.
Thank you for the hosty schmosty. And it needs to be on toppy. There we go.
Yeah,
Toppy, toppy.
It needs to be
that'll work.
right there. We go. And get rid of that because we can't use that now. Severus.
He knows what he did.
So like I just I just assumed, hey Thanatos, thanks for the hosty schmosty. Anybody else gonna schmosty real fast while we're all schmosting? Jesus.
Well, we're the only 3 mixer people of the group.
I don't know
so
how to host.
far.
Nope. Nope.
We're just gonna add more mixer people. That's all.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We have a lot of topics tonight. I know Dave wanted to talk about the Game Awards, which was, I think, pretty neat this year.
Did not watch it.
I want to talk about
Me
Twitter.
neither.
I didn't watch it either. I missed it.
I want to talk about Twitter because there's some things I've been seeing on Twitter that just, some of them blow my mind, and other things I'm just like, who does this?
Squeaky?
Yeah, there's that also.
Wiki.
I don't know. I heard a squeaky.
Yeah, it was my thing. It squeaks sometimes.
Your thing is squeaky.
Yeah, yours is not.
WD-40.
Not usually, no.
Is it a problem if it whistles?
Oh,
Nope.
if it whistles, then you need to see a doctor.
Definitely not. I would never go to a doctor for anything.
I mean, if it whistles.
No, not even for that. Maybe a
Strong
witch doctor.
winds.
That's like as hard. That's like as far as I go.
You just put the lime in the coconut.
That's right.
And drink it all up. All right, so guys, gents,
Sir.
I have a suggestion while you are in the glorious of webs. Open up the browser so you can see it and interact.
Yes,
with
they
the browser,
both said they
not
had
the
it
call.
open last week, so that's good.
I have
Oh,
it
that's
open
good.
this
It is
week.
good.
It's important
I
to
do.
be able to see chat.
I just wonder how many times
I got right here.
Thanatos is going to change his
Look at
headset
you.
this time.
Oh, that's us on there. I saw it.
That will be no times this week canned.
That's a win. That is a win in my book.
I took the time when I got home from work to get that all sorted before we started this.
Good call.
That
I
works.
noticed you're not wearing AirPods, so
That is correct, sir.
that must have been part of the sorting.
He's got the
Yes.
cans on tonight.
That's right. They're blue.
Had to go to the old school, been around fucking forever.
Is that a microphone?
Hey, if they're not broken, why change it, right?
Is that your
Right.
microphone? Are you talking to that microphone over there, or is it just dangling by your face because it's cool?
It's because he's doing it like this.
Whoa, that's pretty phallic, actually. You have a very penis-like microphone.
I have a very microphone-like penis, too.
Oh, that is not what I needed to hear. At all.
Sorry, chat.
Well, I'm gonna head out.
Easy to go fat for a minute.
Yep.
Not my proudest.
Did we get a fancy schmancy tweet? I didn't see it.
I tweeted it.
I'm gonna go to
Fine.
Dave's.
There we go. That's a thing.
You can retweet my tweet
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
right.
see the tweet.
on the Twitter. Except I forgot to hashtag anything because I'm an idiot.
I got it. I'm gonna retweet with a comment.
Do it.
Here
I
is
don't
where
see the tweet.
we be. At the Antelope. At the Sneak Thief. At Dave. Even
Go ahead and
though
tag Sev.
No, don't even tag that traitor.
spotted it.
Wow.
Make sure he knows what he's missing.
It's at Sevelus 89, right?
86. But I
Yep.
86.
yeah, it's the ghosty. You'll be able to see him.
That is not what I wanted right there.
Selfless 89 is his troll account.
Yeah, that's the one. He's like 3 years younger on that account, so he's allowed to troll on it. Well, so something that happened actually kind of happened today that I think would be fun to talk about. There's a guy on our Facebook page.
Yeah.
His name is Chris Glover, I think. I may be wrong. I know that his PSN name was Glover, and we played a lot.
Oh
of,
yeah, I remember him.
we played a lot of Destiny with Glover. Cool guy.
Mhm.
I recently made him a moderator on the Facebook page because he does a pretty good job of like keeping it current.
Mhm.
If there's a post on there and it's not one of us, it's usually him. Cool guy, very very dedicated to, you know, at the very least, like, you know, he's got a good head on his shoulders as far as like trying to help us maintain the activity going on that page. I guess recently he had a kid, so he's like, you know, not as active as he used to be. But I feel like there's a lot of folks over there on that PS4 server that aren't getting a lot of attention. And I feel bad about it because I used to be over there I used to be on PS4, but I just don't have time to play on a bunch of consoles and all that stuff anymore. As I'm sure you guys know, right? You guys aren't buying Destiny on every console possible. 3 DLCs and 3 season
Nope.
passes and all, like I just can't do that. So
I have it. The base game on all platforms,
same.
but
Same, because
not the
it's
DLC.
free to play. So I mean,
Yeah,
Oh,
you're
but
like,
even before it was free to play, I got it on all of
same. Definitely same. I wish I could go back and get a refund on any of those games that I bought that I don't
That's
play
$120,
anymore, or that ended up going to Game Pass.
Mm-hmm. Game Pass, yeah,
If-
that's a big one.
Like literally, like I've gotten to where I'm scared to buy games when they come out because 2 months later they're on Game Pass.
Yeah. Well, and it's gotten to where like Microsoft's exclusives, I'm just not going to buy them.
Because they're going to end up being on
Because-
Game Pass.
Yeah, there's a 90% chance that day one or not too long after, they're going to show up on Game Pass.
Yeah, and I've noticed that some games will announce it, like, oh, you know, like, what was it, Outer Worlds? It
Yeah.
was like, hey guys, we're going to be on Game Pass. Everyone was super excited, but other games like Remnant from the Ashes, great game, loved it. Bought it, played it for like 3 weeks, and then, like last month it came out on Game Pass.
Yeah.
Yay!
Speaking of Game Pass, and this probably wasn't going to be part of the itinerary tonight, but I do what I want. So, the Untitled Goose Game
Yeah,
is coming to Game Pass, and I am very
I saw
excited
that.
about
I wish they would come up with a title because I don't know what to call it now.
it. That is the title. Sneak.
Oh.
The Untitled Goose Game. That's the title.
Why
of
wouldn't they
the
just
game.
call it Goose Game?
Hey,
Why do they have
because
to
they already
be-
have a duck game.
that's true.
They have a duck game on
Is it
Steam.
an untitled duck game?
It's a title
No, it's-
duck
it's-
game.
And so why
Titled
can't they just have
duck
called it
game.
Goose Game? They have a goat simulator. That one's
I
fun.
don't know.
But
we
they
did-
don't have sheep game. Untitled sheep game.
Not yet.
Do you think they're gonna like build like a zoo? Like you have all these untitled animal games, and you end up like collecting them all.
Goose Simulator.
I think that only works for Goose because geese are assholes.
What do you know about the Goose game, Thanatos? What is it like?
So, from what I understand, you play as a goose, and your goal is
Correct.
to be as big an asshole as you possibly can, because that's what geese do.
Exactly.
I mean, that's from what I understand. You know, you're supposed to, like, I guess you have certain objectives, and you have to confuse like whatever human is there or whatever, and you can manipulate the environment and pick stuff up and just generally be an asshole goose.
I saw a game like that, but it had pigeons, and it was like you got extra points for like pooping on like really expensive cars. And you could swoop in and like steal people's foods and stuff. People like sitting in a park eating, and if you like swooped in, you could like grab their food from them.
Nice. Okay.
I am completely okay with any game that you get to be an animal and an asshole.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm really excited for it. I thought it was just coming to Switch, and then apparently I was wrong, and it's supposed to be on Game Pass
this month,
sometime in the in the near future. Yeah.
Oh boy. I can see myself being the biggest asshole goose in the world because I do that in real life every day.
No, exactly. All you're missing is the feathers.
You know, there's a bunch of like lakes in the town that I live in. Go figure, the name of the town.
What?
Right. And we get a lot of like the like snowbird, like actual like migrating birds.
Birds.
A lot of Canadian geese come down here, and they are for real assholes.
No, it's a well-earned reputation.
Oh, for sure.
I've been chased by them. My daughters have been chased by them. They're just they don't give a shit.
I like them because they're
but they throw it back, canned. They're like, fuck your bread, and they just throw it back at you.
They chased me because I won't give them all my bread.
Well, we also have
They want it all.
we have a bunch of swans. We have some black swans that apparently was gifted to us by the Queen of England. I have no idea.
Like
why.
To you personally?
I mean, it wasn't my swans, but it was my town.
They're the shitty.
They've bred with the white ones, and now there's like these weird gray swans too.
Like zebra swans? That'd be fucking awesome.
I mean, it's a strange place where I live. I do live in Florida, so like.
Well, yeah, that goes without saying.
Yeah, like there's been people actually got in trouble. Like they've killed the swans and eaten them.
What kind of asshole? Well, it's Florida. Never mind. I mean, forget I was even gonna ask. It's Florida.
I mean, yeah.
They could have just threw it back.
What? Them's good eating.
Blamed it on a gator.
Good eating. I don't know. Like I wouldn't like.
The thing is with Florida, that southern accent disappears.
It's true.
Once you cross the border, it's like you're up north. But
you come from like bless his heart to like, hey, I'm in Florida and this is how I talk. Bless your heart. Goddamn Georgians out there.
You'll
Georgian
catch
accent.
some of them though. Well, I declare.
I do declare.
And then you get like
Mr. Funabout.
you get the Boomhauer Floridan too.
Dang on, man. Dang on.
Oh man, I'll tell you what, man.
So, California had a beach problem recently. Have you guys seen that? Anybody seen that?
Beach problem?
Oh, I saw that.
You saw that? It's the penis fish. The penis.
Yes, I saw the penis.
The penis.
Yes.
They're actually called innkeeper worms, and they live well under the soil of just about every beach. And what happened is like a huge, I guess, chunk of the beach was like washed down into the water. Like many feet of beach ended up getting eroded into the water, and there's like thousands of these weird penis worms hanging out on the beach.
Sea cucumbers?
Dude, like,
No,
they really look like penises.
they look gross.
They really should have named them wang fish, in my opinion.
Post it in Discord.
Hang on a minute. I'm just going to send it to you via.
Via?
Where your name is.
In the call. Christ Almighty.
Christmas.
There you go. Christian soldiers.
It's Yukon Cornelius.
Oh, holy
Get
shit.
it right.
You know, look at those things. They look like
You went
wieners.
to the no man's land, and holy shit, it covered it all.
They're actually wiener-looking wieners.
Straight up dongs.
Straight up.
Dongfish, I think would be the best way to call it.
Leaf pecker. Damn it.
Yeah. Chat, if you need to see the dongfish, I have a link to a Mental Floss article, which will show you the dongfish. There you go. Enjoy my dongfish.
Otters and sharks, gulls, and other prey on the worms.
Yeah, it's
Ask
probably
me about my
not
wieners.
it's probably not that uncommon to see like a bird with a dong in its hand, like his little feet like flying away, you know. Probably like
That is crazy.
chomping down on the dongs.
And that person's just holding it like, oh, look at this way.
Look at my awesome dong worm, you guys.
Got me a dongfish.
What's up,
right
Peeman? What's
here.
going on? Dongfish, yeah, yeah.
Hey, Peeman.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
They are
Good
dongfish.
evening,
Yes.
madam.
No getting around that dongfish, let me tell you. It's just such a strange thing to see, like, I don't know, like,
There was
And-
a ton of them too.
yeah, animals shaped like human body parts. Like we never see like boob fish, right? Right,
That's
like
what jellyfish are.
Like a hand bird. You know, it's got to be something ridiculous.
Resident
A
Evil
handbird's a
3
turkey.
remake for pre-order. Cool. I've never played. Have any of you guys like played Resident Evil games?
Nope.
I used to. They scared the fuck out of me, and they still do.
Yeah, I've got the same problem. Like,
I can't play the old Resident Evil because you have to run, stop,
didn't we try
turn,
that?
Run. I
Didn't-
actually beat Resident Evil 5 with Tam Tam,
Was it 5?
and yeah,
Yeah,
six
five's not
is
the
better.
same.
Right,
Six-
5 you
six is
can.
not better.
Better than what? That's the question.
6 is better with when it comes to controls
Okay.
and graphics.
Fair enough.
I will allow that one. I
But,
just know
Sneak,
like
he just shit all over the graphics of Resident Evil 5. I was like, oh my god, I
Bro,
can't play
like-
it. It's just too old.
like I couldn't aim correctly. Like there was no there was no help for it. Like it was just me like trying to shoot stuff that I couldn't even put. I was like,
It's crazy. And then you have that natural sway.
yeah. And then you like zoom in. You're like, it's like give me a break. Give me a fucking break. Like, Jesus, I'm bad enough at first person shooters. I don't need other
Don't need
things.
handicaps?
Yeah, Jesus. Like
I
like
don't think realistic.
I'm not very good at them. So that's just. I play a lot of them, but only because I like shooting people like that are real people, and I know they're sitting there going, "Ah, he killed me." I'm like, "Yeah, I did. I got you."
You did. Because of me.
I did it. I have a thing here. So before we get like fully into this, we did discuss a few topics that I think would be really important. Like Guardian Con would be the number one thing that I want to talk about first. And I know you guys have. Look at that beautiful man's shirt there. I'm wearing my coffee shirt from Guardian Con. You guys should come to Guardian Con. Everyone,
It is so much fun.
you should come to Guardian Con. You can stay at my house.
Yes.
It'll make it very affordable, at least more affordable.
Yes.
Yeah,
it
plenty
is
of time
so
to
much
save up
fun.
for it.
When is it?
It'll be next year.
Was it July?
Around it's
fourth
after.
weekend ish.
I think
It's
it's
gonna
like
be after the 4th. I
yeah,
think.
it's Oh, look, he figured it out. I told you, man.
You know what I had to do?
What?
Open fucking OBS. OBS.
All right, you're freaking me out.
I kind of wish he hadn't figured it out.
What
Now
is it
it's
called?
scary.
GXE.co?
GCX.
GCX?
Yeah.
Okay. Just want to make sure I'm
Holy shit.
giving out the correct information. GCXevent.com for anybody who's interested.
Hashtag GCX.
And it's going to be the 27th and 28th of June,
Okay.
2020. You seen
will
Canned
there,
on Swamp People? Was he in the swamp or was he one of the people?
will there be dongfish
Yes.
at Guardian Con?
We can definitely make an excursion
I'll be there.
to Dongfish Island. But I think you'll find when we get there that Canned is actually king of Dongfish Island. And, you know.
Hold on. If I'm king of Dongfish Island,
Oh God. Okay.
I am the mayor of Dongfish Island.
That was
Um,
far less disturbing than what I was expecting. So.
So listen,
okay.
guys,
Always get a little nervous when he's like, "Oh, I got some."
Hold on. I
Oh,
got
no.
some of this.
last year it was called Guardian Con. Bungie showed up. A lot of huge creators. A lot of, Remedy had Control there. That's where Ken and I first played Control, was at the Guardian Con event. The tickets are
much
right
fun.
around $50. You get a break if you go both days. I think it's like $80 for both days. And then we split a hotel room last year. I had to sleep next to the fucking snore master. But I mean, like, dude, like, it was a great vacation, and I spent less than like $300, and it
Okay.
was awesome. It was awesome. Probably what, 5 days, 6 days, 5 days, something like that. Like, Bacon and Hockey showed up like Monday and Tuesday, and it wasn't until like Friday or Saturday that the event was happening. So we just chilled like the whole week. It was super fun. Hockey kind of uses it like his vacation. I know that obviously, you know, costs money and planning and all those fun things, but in the words of Hockey Steve, figure it out
Figure it out.
and come
Out.
to Guardian Con with us, guys. That would be great.
It'll be so much fun.
It'll be so great. There's
there's so many creators there.
I even
A
kind
lot
of
of like-minded people.
just went like it was a
Hanging out, doing
vacation.
their thing. Yes. And that is all you have to do, and everything else will just fall into place.
Yeah, like there was a pool. They had a spa room. We drank a lot.
Yes, I did.
We bought a bottle of Kraken and it was gone by like the second day.
So I had to buy another one.
We did. It was really good. It was a awesome vacation. What the guys did was they flew out. I picked them up, and they hung out at my house. They're stranded here. Haha. My wife and kids were gone. My wife came back eventually, but
Yeah, and that was still a party.
yeah, I mean, like we had a really good time. It was a lot of fun, and I feel like the more folks you can get out there, obviously, the more fun you're gonna have, because you know, you run around meeting people. You're like, oh, I've seen you on stream before. Or, hi, King Gathalion, or Mr. Broman, nice to see you. Like, there's all kinds of cool things going on, but it's also like I said, like a vacation. Like, I'm in a resort hotel where they have like
So-
fish-shaped soaps in the bathroom, and you know what I mean. Like it was fancy. I paid $16 for a burrito.
Yeah, and it was a nice ass burrito too. And they made like guacamole at the side of the table.
It's fancier if you say guacamole.
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 Handmade guacamole. It was
So-
it was a really good time, and I would love it if you guys. Obviously,
Just a little.
not you in chat. I don't know you in chat.
Yes,
But
you in chat.
You're all
It'd be
invited.
cool to see you too. Yeah.
Come stay at my house.
Oh, jeez.
that would be something very special. There was quite a few people. They were there that treated it like a vacation, and then there was others that treated it like a business vacation.
Yeah, like a networking kind of trip, which I mean, it's whatever, you know. Like, I think if I would have made business cards, I'd have given out 3, possibly,
Huh?
maybe 3,
Talking about Guardian Con.
maybe 3 of them.
Oh,
there was
Tam
people
said that she's gonna be coming to Guardian Con with and Jack.
Hard pass.
Sneak said, hard pass.
I just need
She said-
just Tam and Jack. That's it.
Okay, he just needs you two. He doesn't need you. Y'all don't snore as loud as I do.
Yeah, for real. I probably hear you from Kentucky. Anybody out there played Assassin's Creed Odyssey?
Nope.
I have not.
There's a small unmarked island that has a treasure chest with a lot of bloody body parts and a bunch of level 50 chickens. I think the chickens kill the people and put their body parts in the chest. But also,
That's
just
so
kind of a side note, it's on sale right now in Microsoft Store for like $25. So if you want to play it, now's a good time to get it.
Maybe.
It's I
That's
would
one
say
of the
probably
games that
one of the best ones of the series.
that is
yeah.
one of the games that's on my list to do. Like,
I
touch
would
at the whole
wholeheartedly agree with you on that, Sneak.
Yeah, it's like they finally, I feel like, refined like the open world, but still like linear story kind of system going on, and they did a really good job kind of keeping you interested. That's been my problem with the other Assassin's Creeds is like there's so much to do that I don't end up doing it, and I get like bored because I don't want to do every last thing on the map. But this one's different. Also, you can play as a woman, which is cool. What's her name? Karen? No.
Alexandria.
Karen, yeah.
Alexandria.
Alexandra?
Alexandria. Alexandra.
It is something. You have Alexander and Alexandria or something.
They put all their games on hold? Why is that? Explain it to me.
How did they put their games on hold when they're still being bought, Peeman?
You got him on that one. You got him.
Got him!
Got
Cassandra,
it.
thank you. I knew it started with a K. Peeman's the expert in that game. That's how he knows about them not doing the thing that you said they were doing, but they're not doing.
Ooh-wee.
Zooey mama. So yeah, Guardian Con was the first thing on the list, and I'm going to keep talking about it. We're going to keep discussing it. It's one of those things where really want to.
Now is the time you need to start saving and probably paying towards your room.
Yeah, trust me, guys. It is a life event. It's one
My
of those
boss.
things where you can knock it off your. How many of you have been to Florida? That's a good question. Canned. Have you ever been out of your tiny little?
I've been out of my hovel,
Tiny little. What about you, Mr. Nebraska?
my little hobbit
Nope.
hole.
Never been out of Nebraska?
Nebraska.
Oh, I've been out of Nebraska.
Is it big? Is Nebraska big?
I know.
I need a U.S. map.
It's that big.
That's about that big.
Yeah. About to felt like this.
Isn't it? See, I thought it was the square one, but that's Colorado, right?
Yeah. In Wyoming.
But it's attached to Colorado.
Yup. He's
Nebraska.
never been on a plane. That's true.
Oh, okay. It looks kind of like a weird old school iron, and it's like ironing Kansas.
Old school iron.
God's
Never been on a
Monsters.
plane. It is so
Iron
much fun.
Kansas.
Dave, have you ever driven really fast?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it's like to be on a plane.
You've never been on a plane?
Okay. Nope.
We could pop all kinds of Dave cherries.
That is totally what I want to do.
Please don't ever say pop Dave cherries again.
I'm gonna pop all kinds of cherries. You just get your ass down here, and I'll show you.
That's
Have
right.
you ever seen an alligator in real life, like in the wild?
I have.
All you gotta do is go in like the next door neighbor's yard,
Yeah, just walk out back.
but don't die, like because the neighbor's an assassin.
Dave, You can bring your girlfriend too. It could be a completely unromantic getaway.
I don't know that sectional.
I
in the living
mean,
room is
you
pretty
know,
nice.
what you do under the blankets when I'm in bed is completely up to you. I know that Bacon probably pinched a loaf.
Where I was, oh my god.
You take an upper decker.
Yeah. But yeah, GuardianCon. We're gonna keep talking about it, and you're gonna come the end. Ken, did you have something you want
Yep.
to say about it?
It is so much fun. My boss actually goes down to the Shingle Creek Resort, which is where it's going to be at
Yeah.
in Orlando.
Rose and Shingle Creek.
Yeah, he goes down there at least once a year. He went down there fucking late October, and I was like, "Oh man, that is such a nice place." Is that you've been to Shingle Creek? I'm like, "Yeah, it's fucking awesome." I mean, they have so much stuff there, and then it is very well equipped. Yes, he is shocked that I went there because I do not make millions of doll hairs. But yeah, it is really good. It's well worth the money, the trip, everybody involved. It's mind blowing, really.
It kind of changed my life.
It did,
I met my soulmate.
and ever since then,
Also, there's this
we've
really
been
cool,
co-streaming.
this really cool dock out by the it was
Oh,
out,
sorry.
out by the tennis courts,
Down by the bay,
and we were making multiple visits there.
we went there every night, and it was a great visit.
But
We
the
actually ran into the to the stage crew that was doing some lighting and stuff.
the last night we ran into the company that was running all the tech for the lights and the sound and all that fun stuff, and it was like super cool to like kind of like, you know, be able to say thanks for putting on a great show for us, you know, to the people who are actually like physically putting all that on. It was super cool. Next topic.
So we have Guardian Con that we've talked about. We've talked about the Game Awards. How people use Twitter.
We didn't talk about the Game Awards though.
We did not
We
talk
didn't?
about the game.
No, we
Awards.
just barely touched
We
it.
said we wanted to, but we didn't actually talk about the Game
Yes.
Awards. So
We talked about talking about the game.
I think Dave said that he has like a
That
list of
thing.
like at least who won what.
Yeah,
what
I
award?
pulled up a list
Okay.
of all the nominees and who won, and maybe we want to discuss.
Yeah, please,
yeah.
because I would like to just go down the list and
We can start from the top. Game of the year, Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice won.
That's like one game that I didn't
They won.
expect.
What did they win?
Game of the year.
Game of the year.
It was
Up against Control, Death Stranding, the Resident Evil 2 remake, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and Outer Worlds.
Okay, so I didn't play Sekiro.
Yeah, same.
I did.
I didn't either.
Being a fan of the Souls type games, it kind of surprises me. I'm not necessarily surprised at one, other than the fact that I just assumed, having not played it either, full disclosure, I just went in assuming Death Stranding was going to win by default.
I thought so
That's
too.
kind of what I thought too.
Because
To be honest, yeah.
everybody is just on Kojima's nuts all the time.
Yep.
I mean, and like most times that's deserved. Like the guy really does push the concept of what a game can be.
Yeah, I mean, they always look gorgeous. Gameplay's solid. You know, anybody who's played Metal Gear, my only thing about him and his games, and I played the last Metal Gear, is they just got weird. And
Yeah.
nothing, not that there's anything wrong with, just inherently wrong with weird, because I'm hanging out with these guys, so I'm not anti-weird by any means, but just watching the trailers and stuff for Death Stranding, I was like, yeah, that's even more weird than his normal weird.
Peeman said too preachy. Did you?
Yeah.
Has first of all, has anybody played it? Anybody here played Death
No.
Stranding? Okay.
I haven't
I haven't.
played it, but I can see where he's coming from. If you look back at Metal Gear, especially, what were the last two, 4 and 5, whatever they were subtitled.
Yeah.
Phantom
Too
Pain
preachy.
and
Was it Sons of Liberty? Was that 4?
I
don't
think that was
remember.
4.
Or Guns of the Patriots or some shit like that. I don't know, whatever.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Yeah, there's a lot of just preachiness in there. But again, with Death Stranding, I don't know if it's that way or not. Game looked great. You can never go wrong with Norman Reedus.
I mean, yeah, like there was a lot of stuff going for it. I think you're exactly right. Like it is one of those games where I expected that game to win, just on the Kojima merit, like just because it was put out by him. And like a lot of my friends that I've seen play it, they said like the game doesn't start being good until you're like more than 20 hours into it. Because at that point, like you really do get a grasp of the full story and you understand what's going on. But like, if you just take it at face value, like all the trailers that I've seen, it's like you got a baby in a bottle, and you're basically like delivering pizzas, right?
Got a baby in a bottle,
Yes.
baby.
I know, that's exactly where my brain went to.
Gotta rub it the right way.
So Dave,
Don't rub that baby the right way. No.
what were the nominees for Game of the Year?
Sekiro, who won? Control,
I thought that should win.
Death Stranding, Resident Evil 2, the remake, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and Outer Worlds.
I think
Okay,
Outer Worlds was a
so-
contender, but
So Sneak, you say you think Control should have won. So if you play, okay, and this is my question because I didn't really contribute much last week. Based on the games we played this year, what was your game of the year? I'll say mine easily was Borderlands 3.
I'm surprised that game wasn't nominated. To be honest,
I'm shocked.
That's very shocking.
I think they are nominated for something else, but
Not game of the year though.
not Game of the Year now.
I guess also if you think about it, like that game is really just an iteration on what they've already done. So I can see why maybe it didn't get nominated.
Kinda.
They
They were up for Borderlands 3 was up for Action Adventure Game of the Year.
There you go.
Okay.
I think that for me, like the game that really did it for me this year, has got to be Control.
You enjoyed it that much?
Yeah, I played it offline. Didn't stream it, didn't talk about it, just like old school on the couch kind of deal, played that game. And just to, also FYI, they released free DLC today if you have it. Or
Ooh.
yeah, they released free DLC today. But I think that for me, the reason why I liked it so much is because there was a whole lot of story that didn't feel like it was crammed in afterwards. A lot of games that you have a little bit of a story going on, like some of it can feel contrived, like they knew that X and Y kind of had to work, so they made it work. But Control was like from start to finish, it felt like I was playing like a.
Hold on, wait. You finished the game?
Yeah.
What?
What?
You had to have really loved it if you finished the game.
Yeah, start to finish.
Mm.
Okay,
I'll
P-Man,
go
go do your
today.
thing, bud. Thanks for hanging. And the Thieves in loves you. Come
Yeah.
back whenever.
Bye-bye.
Bye. But yeah, it's
Take it easy, bud.
definitely one of those games that I felt really attached to. The story was great. The main character was awesome. They didn't like I don't know, some action adventure games, the pacing is fucked up. Like you spend the first like half
Yeah.
game learning it, and then by the time you get really good at it, then you're done. But this game
Right.
was really good with like giving you what you needed, letting you figure things out, but also like slowing you down enough to where you really did like get into the story. I really enjoyed Control.
Okay. Dave?
It's that's a tough one. I really enjoyed Outer Worlds.
That'd be my second
I
choice.
played a lot of games this year. Nothing hooked me quite like Outer Worlds, so I'd probably go with the Outer Worlds.
Can't.
Fuck. I knew it was going to come to me.
Well, you're the
I
only
didn't
one
re-
left.
Right. I don't even remember what games came out this year that I've been playing. Oh, shit.
Well, you did play Borderlands 3. I mean, we didn't get very
I did
far
play
into
Borderlands 3. And I
Control?
also played by myself. I played some with Killa Magilla. I played Control. I've enjoyed both games. Control more. The Outer Worlds. I love the smartassery of the game.
it. Oh man,
It
that
is everywhere.
the game was like sarcasm made
The
made real.
dialogue was just, it's like, that was one of my favorite. And honestly, I picked Borderlands because of all the things I was excited for this year. That, Gears, Outer Worlds, Star Wars. Borderlands is the game I've made the most progress in. Had I progressed further into the Outer Worlds, just based on the aesthetics, the dialogue, you know when there was a funny piece of dialogue, you knew it was only going to be a couple lines later that something else was coming.
Yeah,
The writing was just so good.
super good. And
The
also,
writing was
like,
really
there
good.
wasn't a whole lot of hype for that game. Like, they
No.
talked about it and they like let people know about it, but kind of like with Apex and kind of like with what was the other game? Star Wars, Jedi Fallen Order. Like, they didn't hype those a whole bunch. You know, they let you know it was coming out or whatever. But I feel like that's a really good strategy, especially a game like Apex that didn't really say like, we're gonna fucking kill Fortnite. Correct me if I'm wrong, but Apex got best multiplayer. I'm pretty sure.
Let's see.
And yeah, I didn't realize Apex was a thing until like the day before or the day of.
Same.
And I started playing it, and you guys have popped in on a couple of my streams. I hated the game at first because I sucked at it.
They did win multiplayer game.
Yeah.
But it really is one of those games that once you improve, it's a lot of fun. I'm really enjoying it. You know, in fact, a couple times I've gotten out of work late and just didn't want to commit to a raid or whatever. But I wanted to stream. You know, Apex is.
You hear that, Sneak? That's what happened.
slowly-
That's why he wasn't there.
Dude, but like,
It
think about it. Think about it, man. Like you and I never got good at it, and we still had fun every time we played it.
Yeah.
Swamp Boys for
And
life.
no, I wasn't dipping out on Destiny just to play Apex.
Sure.
Oh, we know.
Whatever.
We know.
Asshole.
Hey, if the shoe fits.
So is that your choice then? Is Apex? Well, I guess I didn't come
Me?
out this year, did it?
No, Borderlands.
So yeah, that's what I meant. Borderlands.
Yeah.
So you would have chosen Borderlands?
I chose Borderlands, like I was saying earlier. You know, number one, I played through the first Borderlands with the same guy I play Apex with, probably 5 times. Same thing with the second Borderlands. I love the characters. I love the guns. I love the dialogue. And it's one of those games that even if it's like you said earlier, just an iteration, that's fine. They
Right.
seem to take it up a level every time.
Right. It's not a bad thing that it's an iteration
And-
because the first 2 games were
Yeah.
really popular and really well made. So I mean,
And it's just a game. It's that game that I know whether I'm playing with someone or playing it by myself, I'm
is-
gonna have a shit ton of fun with it.
Right. It was a very it was very polished.
Yeah.
it definitely felt that way when we played it at the GuardianCon event. Like we got to play like
We
10
got to
minutes
play
or
a lot
so?
more than no, we played for 20.
Well,
everybody else only had 10.
the stretch of game that they made available to us was like maybe 10 minutes worth of content, and
Yeah.
we played through it twice with different characters, and it felt amazing. Like it's a
Yeah,
really
it's-
really well put together game.
It is
You know,
so smooth.
Gearbox, because I think what really happened is with the first one, they stumbled upon something on accident, and it took off, and then the second one just built on it, and then this one's been a long time coming. And again, it's one of those few games. You know, I won't usually play Destiny by myself. I won't play Call of Duty. You know,
I do that by myself all the time.
Even Apex, but Borderlands, I can sit down, whether it's, you know, my fourth playthrough with a different character or my third playthrough with the same character, and it's just as much fun.
Like I'm still pacing myself slowly through Borderlands 3. I
Yeah.
have enjoyed what I have played of it. I mean, it still has that comic book look to it, but it is so much smoother. It's not as choppy, which I love it.
Yeah.
I mean, it is really, really well done. The game that I've been hooked on the most, I guess, this year is Star Wars Fallen Order.
Yeah.
That game to me was like a sleeper hit. Like I had no idea it was going to be as fun as it is, and it's challenging. Like it's challenging enough to where like I want to like, you know, take my time so I don't rage through it. But at the same time, it's like, you know, each boss fight is difficult, and each one gets a little more difficult, and you have to like really really learn, you know, how to fight this guy. Like I think I read something somewhere, and they said that the concept of that game, as far as like the combat with the boss fights, is something they call micro patience, where like you really have to like wait for the right time. You have to watch the boss and see how they move and plan your attack and actually like, you know, solve a puzzle almost, like to learn how to beat this guy. And
the best way to describe it, the word to use would be Dark Souls. That's
I was just gonna say,
right,
very
but
dark. Like
it's very Dark Souls.
But like, think about Dark Souls 2 is like you could like have a lot of different loadouts with a lot of different weapons and a lot of different options, whereas Star Wars is like you got a fucking lightsaber. The end. No range weapons. You don't have grenades. You don't have any special abilities. Like you've got your force and you got a lightsaber, and that is everything. That is it.
And without your lightsaber, you can't attack. You can't just like try to even punch somebody. He's like, I don't have my lightsaber. That's it.
kick him in the dick.
Yeah, there you go.
It's slow him down with the force and run.
You would think that would never end in all time, but it did.
Yep, it's like it's a very well put together game, and it's based around very simple mechanics as far as like the way the gameplay works. But they made it to where like the boss fights are really more about like dodging and parrying than it is about doing damage until it's like the perfect time to do damage.
Yeah, and the game punishes you if you don't understand that.
Another game that
yes, it does.
That's
another
why,
game that I really loved. Go ahead.
I was gonna say that's why I haven't beaten it yet, is because I want to run in and just hack and slash, and you can't fucking do that. Can't do that.
Another game that I really loved was Remnant. Only problem that I've had with it is that it is so fucking hard.
You have to play with the full squad.
I need to play that.
Yeah, you have to play with the full squad, and it's one of those games where it's like, if you have 2 people, it's better, but 3 people is how you do it.
We need to get a Remnant night going one night.
Yes.
I definitely want to look at it.
It's definitely worth getting. It's on Game Pass too, so
I have it. I've got it downloaded.
You know,
Yeah.
Great game.
It is a great game.
Dave, what's the next thing you got going on there?
Action game. Winner was Devil May Cry 5. Nominees
fun
were
game,
Apex Legends, Astral Chain, Call of Duty Modern Warfare, Gears 5, and Metro Exodus.
Who? What was the category one more time?
Action game.
And you said Borderlands 1?
Devil May Cry 5.
Oh.
The action sequences in Devil May Cry 5 was very smooth whenever I
It was a
played
crispy game.
I mean,
I played a little bit.
they've all kind of been crispy games, though.
They're
Like the Devil May
always
Cry series is a really, really
Real
good series.
solid. Yeah, they're over the top as shit, but they're always really solid.
I'm
about to knock my damn child out.
I saw you about to lose it there.
So close.
Of that list, though, like I definitely played Metro Exodus, and I fucking loved it. I like from
I thought you'd like that one the most out of those.
dude, from beginning to end, that game. But I love the other 2 as well, so it was kind of it was
You did.
kind of like perfect, but also like beyond just like the whole like. Zyronium with the hosty
holy
schmosty.
shit.
Hosty
There you
Schmoosty?
It's a auto host, so
Still don't matter.
he's probably not even there. Probably hates us
Hates our guy.
throwing an auto host up. Metro Exodus like for me made a whole lot of sense where they took it, because like the other games were like close quarters. You were like very, very scared to go around every fucking turn. Like it was one of those games where like anything and everything could happen, and you were always worried about like, you know, spiders and beasts and people, and everything was against you.
And you died a lot.
Oh, I die a lot in every game. That's just me.
That's a sneak thief way.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally. But like, you would think with the premise of Metro Exodus being like, now you're out of the metro, and like you're in an open world, and like, you know, there's a lot more to like explore, and there's actual sky out there, and you like. At first, I was like, well, that's not going to be the same. It's going to be way, way different than the other games because of that. But as you played it, like I found that it was even more scary. You know, like it even had more of that tension because there was so much stuff out there, and there's so much things to do. You could like modify every weapon. You had a list of what was it? Each map had like a list of objectives that you could or couldn't do. Like it you know, didn't matter. There was like 7 different endings depending on the choices that you made throughout the game, and it was like probably one of the best looking open world games I've seen in a long, long time. It's good shit.
True, very true.
I did not touch Devil May Cry, so I can't say whether or not I liked it.
The only thing on that list that I played was Apex, which I enjoy, and Gears, which is really solid. Really good game.
I didn't like
You
Gears
like
either.
those shooters.
I couldn't jump. Pissed me off. Same thing with Division. It took me a long time to get used to playing the Division because I couldn't jump. And they want me to hide behind every fucking wall created by man ever.
I don't like cover shooters.
Stealth stuff.
I mean, like once I learned like my role and we got some guys together to kind of play as a team, it made a lot more sense. But you know, soloing something like the Division or Gears to me felt like work, not like fun.
That's a grind.
Yeah.
Canned, your input?
Fuck. I need to quit doing this duel thing.
Yep. Should pay attention.
Answer the question again, sir.
So Dave said the Game Awards. What was it? Devil May Cry 5 won.
The Division
Yep,
was
action game.
Action game. Best action game.
I don't know if it was the best action game. I mean,
I can't hear you.
for
There you
the, I don't think it was the best action game because, I mean, for the traditional Devil May Cry players, I mean, hell yeah, that nailed it, and some. But for the best, I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
Um,
It's that that one's kind of weird to me. I don't know how that.
Yeah,
happened.
I don't really agree with that one either.
Yeah.
There's a few that I'm like, eh.
Could have made a better choice.
When I looked through the winners list, I was
What,
like,
what were the other
Yeah.
nominees? Just to
franchise.
refresh Ken, because you know.
Devil May Cry, Devil May Cry 5 won, Apex Legends, Astral Chain, Call of Duty, Modern Warfare, Gears 5, and Metro Exodus.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with Metro Exodus. Yeah, if
Gears 5
FPS is your thing, you should definitely play that game.
I only
And it had a
played
great story.
Apex and Devil May Cry, so
Dude, I love playing Apex, man. Like I could do that. Like so, there's like this is kind of a side tangent. Sorry, but there's like a list of BRs that I've learned that I like playing. Like Apex is one of them. I like playing Fallout 76, the Nuclear Winter, which is stupid. It's broke and it pisses me off, but it's really fun. I like playing Hunt Showdown and Vigor. Those are the BRs that I can really get into, and I don't know. Like,
And a little bit of, you said Fallout 76 already? Just
Yeah.
a little bit of it?
Nuclear Winter pisses me off. because it's so chunky. Like that's a clunky, chunky honky game that I don't know if like they're gonna fix that or not, but
It could be tomato paste. That's how chunky it is.
yeah, definitely needs some.
Well,
smoothing.
Bethesda's not really known for their smooth combat, so
Right.
That's true. That's very true. But it is very very cool to like spawn into a game and kill somebody and take their power armor and like all their shit. Like it's super fun to like fight someone else in the Fallout world. So I think maybe it's more nostalgia than it is like mechanics in Fallout 76.
I can see that.
Yeah. I think it with all these games, it really touches home for those that have been like diehard fans of the franchise. Most of those have past games in the franchise. I mean, Gears 5, it really hit the style of gameplay.
You've played the other Gears?
I have. I've played all
Have
of
you
the
played
other
the other
Gears.
Gears? Thanatos?
Yes.
Dave? You played any of the Gears games?
Multiple times.
I've never played a single one, and I did like the demo for Gears 5 before it dropped, and it just felt like I was playing like a
Running through mud.
like a 3-inch tall fat guy that couldn't jump and couldn't do anything useful.
So basically, art imitating life.
I mean, dude, like it actually felt like I was playing like a very very heavy character. Like he moved slow. He looked, because they're like full of armor. Like they got like huge sets of armor. They just look like these giant heavy things, and like the combat and the movement reflected that. I just didn't really get into it.
Yeah, it is one of those that it can be very difficult to get into if you're not used to it.
Yeah.
Like I tried to get my son into playing it some that way we could play it together because I knew it was going to be co-op. And he's like, "Nah, I don't like this game, Dad." I'm like, "Oh fuck, damn it."
Yep.
Squeaky.
All right, that's cool though.
I know Snake's not gonna play it, so fuck it. I shouldn't have thought of it.
It was fun while my thought lasted.
What was the next category, Dave?
Best action adventure game.
Action adventure. What were the nominees?
Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice was the winner.
Again?
I roll.
Huh.
Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening.
Okay.
Okay.
The Resident Evil 2 remake, Death Stranding, Control, and Borderlands 3.
So they won again?
They won action adventure game. Yes.
I think I might want. Should I play that game? Is that what we're saying?
It is hard. It's Dark
It
Souls.
is very hard. I
Have you
guess.
played any of
But
the
it's
Dark
fun, though.
Souls games?
Yeah, I played Dark Souls 3 remastered. I think on PlayStation 3.
It's very similar.
I mean, it's sort of similar to Star Wars too, with
Yeah.
the parry system.
Yeah.
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 I don't know,
It's
though.
It's that micro patience thing.
Did you
we
guys
talked
play
Yeah.
For Honor? And you guys played
Yes.
For Honor? Did you like it?
about. For a
Hated
little
it.
while,
I hated it.
and then it just got old.
It was one of those games where it was like everyone killed me every time.
Yeah.
All the time. I never won a single encounter at all.
If you enjoyed your foray into whatever Dark Souls you said you played, I'd try Sekiro.
I got far enough where my sword was on fire for a while. Like I found a fire sword.
Ooh.
Not sure if that's like a thing or not.
Created. Oh,
But like
sorry.
it was very hard.
Tom Hanks
I know that I
told me.
wouldn't be able to play it streaming. I wouldn't be able to maintain
No, yeah.
a full to stream with chat and people in here and stuff, and then like a game like that going on, I wouldn't be able to do it. The game would
No.
be like I would lose all focus at all on what I'm doing in the game.
Probably get banned from Mixer.
I would say some things. maybe some things I shouldn't be saying.
Some choice four-letter words.
I don't know.
I played none of those games except Borderlands. But
I'm telling you guys right now, get Control. You got to.
having seen Control play
You'll like the next category then.
and having, I mean, I'm biased, so I would have said Borderlands, just the action adventure
Dude,
part
yeah.
of it.
Dude, that's a
Very actiony.
That's a legit answer. Like I feel like that's what Borderlands should have won. action adventure
mean-
game. Like they came out of the gate fucking hard, and
Yeah,
like
I mean, it's nonstop until you clear an area, and then if you fuck around and linger too long, everything starts to respawn.
Right.
So
Yep.
there you go again.
right
What was the game, the title?
action adventure.
Action
So
adventure
what
game.
about Rage 2?
I don't know, man.
Oh, Rage 2 should have been in there, yeah.
Yeah, I haven't heard that mentioned at all. I feel like Rage 2
Rage-
did get a fair shake, man.
Did that come out last year, though?
I don't think so.
I thought
Rage
it came
2
out
did
this-
not get the love it deserved.
I don't think so either.
Rage 2 was a fucking blast.
Did not play it, but I watched Sneak stream it a lot, and I'm
I
like,
think
I know
this
why.
game looks fun.
So
That
much
came out
fun.
in May this year, so
Yeah.
It
Oh.
had too much violence.
Weird.
that game to me felt like Fallout and Doom, like fuck,
It's so much fun.
Oh, yeah.
like super hard.
Yeah. The gunplay was great. It was just
Yeah,
such a good-
graphics were good. Like I've got probably some of my favorite screenshots ever taken
Yeah.
from that game.
And
Hmm.
it's for those anybody doesn't have it. Dave.
Dave's on the other side of you, man.
Well, I'm looking at. Yeah,
You're supposed to be looking at the stream.
shut up.
I
It's
was
on
looking
Game
to see
Pass,
if-
Dave.
Okay, cool.
It is on Game Pass, but Dave doesn't have
Is
an
it on Game
Xbox.
Pass
Oh,
on
shit.
PC?
It is actually. It is.
Yeah.
If you've
Is
got
it?
the
Okay.
the Ultimate PC Game Pass, whatever, it is on there.
Oh, okay. I'll have to look.
By the way, if you even if you don't have an Xbox, you should definitely look into getting Game Pass for your PC because, dude, there's probably like 1 in every 3 games is a very good game.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah,
good
that list could get me in trouble.
game.
I'm like, bye-bye hard drive space.
Yeah, for real, for real. What was the next category there, Dave?
Art direction.
That's Control.
Winner is Control.
Game
Uh,
looks
Believe it.
Death Stranding. I don't know how to say this. Is it Gris or is it Grease?
I think it's Gris.
That was a beautiful game.
Sayonara Wild Hearts, which I've never heard of.
You probably get a lot of indie games in this category.
Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice, and
Surprised
Legend of
they
Zelda: Link's Awakening.
Surprised Sekiro didn't win that one again. Bunch of dick. Dude, I would have to say that
Art was
Control is
good, yeah.
the easy win on that one. I'm surprised they didn't win more than they did, to be honest, because they won IGN's Game of the Year.
I didn't play
They want
any of
IGNs?
those, so I have very little input there.
So
Well-
I played
I didn't play any of those.
I played Gris.
I didn't play any Gris.
It's an indie game,
Yeah,
and
I feel like you're like when you get into games that are like art based, you're going to get a lot more like indie developers putting effort into the art more than they do like specifically like the you know.
It's 50% off on Steam right now.
Oh, there you go.
there is a lot of story in it, but there's no words. You don't see anything. It's more as the story is implied, and just by the visual art, that's where you get a lot of your emotion in it. And
Right.
to me, it was a very emotional game. It was like this character is crushed, and they lose hope and everything, and just pretty much give up.
Okay.
And you work your way through the game, rebuilding your confidence and just I don't know. There was a lot of shit to it, and it was really good. I really enjoyed it.
Is it like Journey, where it's one of those like
Yeah.
very minimal UI, just kind of like
Yes.
get from
no
point A to point
tutorial.
B, and just very minimalistic and kind of chill.
Yeah, but it was sort of it was sort of a puzzle game too.
Oh, okay.
So, but I mean, it was, in my opinion, it was very good. The team that was behind it, super awesome.
Question for you:
Yeah,
did it spark joy?
it did. It
Awesome.
did.
It sparked joy.
That did
Keep
spark
it.
joy. It was nice. It was very nice.
And keep it.
Dude, I think Control is a clear winner in that category. I know I've been saying that for all the other categories too, but I think like getting into the game, you see like, oh, it's in a building and you're shooting guys with this weird ass gun. That's neat. But then it's like when you get to like the parts where you're like talking to the weird other side, or you're like exploring like a completely new space to where it's not like necessarily like of this world, right? Like of like the like when you go beyond that, like the art direction was just so good, so good. I can definitely see where that would win art direction for sure. What's next?
What's the next? We have audio design.
Oh,
The winner is Call of Duty Modern Warfare
okay.
for audio.
What are the nominees?
Control, Death Stranding, Gears 5, the Resident Evil 2 remake, and Sekiro again.
Huh.
And they really like Sekiro, don't they?
Yeah, there's a lot of like the same games popping up in all these categories. I don't really pay attention to this stuff.
It was
often.
all fan voted, wasn't it?
Yeah, isn't this the same?
If I remember right.
So, while I didn't play the RE2 remake, one thing going back in my experience that the games always did really well was using sound to scare the shit out of you.
Oh yeah.
And not
Build
necessarily, not necessarily
sure.
the big thing that was about to eat you for lunch, but just ambient.
Right,
sound.
like walking in a hall is still going to be just as nerve-wracking and tension-filled as like having a big fight.
With Call of Duty, I mean, how many times can you make games with guns that sound like guns? I mean, come on.
It's true.
And I agree with that, but let me just point something out here. Like Sevelis said, he's been in actual live gunfights and stuff. He said that the sounds in that game were very real. Like he even made a point to comment on it. Like some of them are not so, whatever. Because I'm sure that if it's actually as loud as war is, then you wouldn't want to fucking play because your ears would be bleeding. But like he said that the sounds in the game were very, very real. And I have no way to judge yes or no on that. I've never played any Call of Duty game, nor have I been to any war, so I can't be on either side of that. But I do know, like, Seb was very adamant, pointing out, like, hey man, this really sounds real. Like maybe trigger some PTSD for some people because it sounds so real.
I believe
Fair
it.
enough.
But at the same time, I'll be honest, I rarely think about sound creation when I'm playing a game. And not because it's like unimportant, but it's because like so many games do it so well that it's hard for me to say like what is or isn't the best of the year.
Well, and it's so much more a visual medium too. I think a lot
true.
of times too. It's something about the sound really has to stand out.
Yeah.
Like one thing I'll never forget, and I don't know if any of you guys have played it or anybody in chat. Way back in the day with the first Dead Space.
Oh my god.
Dead Space
So-
3 is the one that I played.
And I've never forgotten this moment. And this was years ago. But there's a section of the game where you're in an area and it's dead quiet. And
You know something's gonna fuck you up.
well,
You're like, oh no.
steps forward because you've got to get to this elevator or lift or something.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Out of nowhere, there's this god awful kind of screech, growl, roar. You know what I'm talking about, Dave? And it just, I had a heart attack in my butthole,
A
Just
butthole
like-
heart attack.
and it was. I almost turned the fucking game off. It was terrifying.
Well, gotta burn that game now.
Oh boy. Yeah, I like
Oh,
like I
it
said,
was
like sound design. I feel like when a game does sound design right, you don't think about it. Like it's just
Right.
like it's just that good that you don't really actually think about like I wonder what they used to make that pop sound. Was it someone's fucking clapping, or did someone's hand close really loud? Or did someone actually pop a bubble? Did they actually blow bubbles and then pop the bubbles?
They did.
I mean, Yeah, if it's good enough, then you don't. I think that I don't notice it. So
Now, a little known fact: Control had quite a bit of ambient sounds that was really good. And
Yeah.
got you.
I think
Got you in the feels.
I think that, and I'm gonna sound like I'm fangirling here, but like I think Control, like,
Yep.
I think they got robbed, man. They definitely should have got Game of the Year because, you know, the sound design was great, the action was great, the story was fantastic, the mechanics were awesome. Like when I played it, I felt like I was part of it because there's
I'll say this: having not played it, but knowing who made it, nothing you're saying surprises me.
Yeah.
Because Remedy typically gets it right.
yeah, and like, you know, more than anything else, I think for me was just disconnecting from like streaming mindset and being able just to consume the game as a game, like really made a huge difference for me because I feel like a lot of times when you're streaming, it's super easy to miss something, some nuance, some bit of the story, you know, like some small part of the game that maybe was one person's whole fucking job was to make this one thing be really awesome.
Okay,
And
so
like
let me
it's
ask
super
you
easy to
this,
miss that.
because you clearly enjoyed Control. Have you played Alan Wake?
I played, I think there was a demo or like a free weekend or something like a long time ago.
So Alan Wake was also made by Remedy.
Yeah.
And it is one of my all-time top 4 or 5 favorite games.
Someone told me, they said that Control is like that part of Alan Wake when he gets all fucked up and dream sequency and like they said that they went there and like made Control like live in that space. Like
Right,
that
and-
weird kind of
And you would really understand. Okay, so it's like you play through Alan Wake and you get through the story and it's all making sense. And this is something a buddy, you know, the guy I play Apex with, in fact, Andy, we talk about that to this day.
Where's Andy right now? Let's call him.
I don't know.
Phone a friend.
Where's
Alan
Andy?
Wake, right up until the last 10 minutes of the game is great, and then the last 10 minutes, literally, hosty schmosty,
There you
feel
go.
like you're
Thanks,
playing
Biggs.
an entirely different game, because the ending is just, you literally sit there just staring at the screen like, the fuck did I just watch?
Wah,
Huh.
wah,
I think
wah.
DJ Tom was playing Alan Wake a few, like maybe last month or
I think so.
maybe and I remember thinking to myself like, that's a lot like Control. Look at that game.
Yeah.
But yeah, like
Very, very good game.
I'm probably gonna keep answering Control, Dave. But what's the next? What's the next topic?
Well, Control is not in the next
Oh,
category,
I still
You'll
think
find
we
a way
should
to
win.
put it there.
but
Witchcraft.
you probably know who the winner is.
What's
as soon
the
as I say it.
category?
What's
Community support.
Community support. Apex.
Destiny.
Yeah, Bungie won that one.
Destiny 2, yes.
and I think very well deserved.
Apex.
Yes. They're up against Apex Legends, Final Fantasy 14, Fortnite, and Rainbow Six Siege.
They definitely should have won out over those.
Not even fair.
But
What do you think about that? Pix is a big. Pixel Me Sane is a big.
Rainbow Six player. That's
Siege.
true.
Yeah.
But like I think that also if you look at it, Bungie broke up with their Activision girlfriend, their fucking sugar daddy, to like marry the community, basically.
Yeah.
What does
Um,
community support entail? Pixel says.
I'm not sure what the points are for that category. I'm pretty sure just like look at what Bungie did and that's the answer.
Right. Yeah. It's what Bungie. that's. I mean, because I'm not even a die-hard Destiny guy, but you can just see it. I mean, you can just see it.
I think you're right.
Especially from a game that, if you go back to D1, was very lacking.
Yeah,
at
I think they
release.
didn't expect it to last as long as it did or be as big as it was. I feel like, you know, they were just kind of like a fucking wish and a prayer, like put this game out and see what happens.
Yeah.
You know, and you know more than anything else, like the community says this fucking sucks. And if it really fucking sucks, they change it.
Yeah.
And I think if you look at that, just that example, what other game does that?
The only thing I can come up with that even comes close, and I'm risking sounding like a fangirl like Sneak, but just through years of experience with that franchise,
Control, right?
is what Gearbox continues to do.
You're right.
Yeah.
For the Borderlands franchise.
You're right.
We actually me and Sneak spoke to some of the people from Gearbox. They're pretty cool.
Yeah,
Pretty
they
down
were.
to earth.
Dude, they were
Yeah,
just.
Andy actually being a store manager at GameStop at their managers conference this year, had a chance to talk to Randy Pitchford, the owner, founder of Gearbox.
I forget the guy's name that we talked to.
And he said he was a pretty cool dude.
I mean, someone who makes video games has got to be cool. Like, they're not like, they don't own like a paper conglomerate. That guy's probably a fucking nerd. But
I mean, he doesn't make games anymore. But I've heard stories. I've heard stories about Cliffy B being a huge douche, and he made video games for the longest time.
Oh yeah, Cliffy was a huge douche.
That's what I would. Whenever I think about other people in the community, the big people, I think of they're just their heads inflated and they're just dicks. Like I'm nobody.
It's easy to think that, but
no offense intended if Cliffy B happens to be watching the Fancy Schmancy
he's
variety
watching
show
right
right now.
Definitely
I
watching.
don't know you. This is what I heard from other people.
Full offense.
Dave means it.
Oh,
Dave,
boy.
however, doesn't feel the same.
But yeah, that's what I figured was people are
Fight me.
just dicks because they are popular and it's all went to their head. But
Right.
I found out it is quite the opposite.
I mean, also, like, if
Guardian
you're
Con,
like
you will
showcasing this multi-million-dollar project that you've been building for 3 years, you kind of have to be nice to everybody who's there.
Right.
I'm not saying like that he was fake or anything, but what I mean is like, if it's genuine, it's easy to tell. And I felt like, when I met him in person, it was easy to tell that he was genuinely in love with the game and really, really did want people to like it. So,
Right.
Yeah.
cool dude.
So,
Great
Dave,
experience.
what is the next category that Sneak will tell us Control should have won?
Well, I'm gonna skip over a few of these because
They're bullshit. That's
Control
fine.
won them.
does anybody care about esports?
No.
Rocket League.
Nope. Shut up,
Well,
Cam.
content creator of the year was Shroud.
Shroud, nice. One of the
Mixer
recent
boy.
Mixer acquirements.
Mm-hmm.
Acquirements.
And I'm gonna be honest,
Acquisitions?
I only know Shroud and one other person on this list. So
Okay,
that's Dr.
who's
Lupo.
on the list?
It's Shroud. I have no idea how to say this guy's name. It's
Spell it.
GREFG.
What's going on, EXO? Good evening.
Okay,
Really?
Grief.
So
Grief, maybe. Grief.
never heard of it.
Oh.
Holy shit! It's EXO.
Whoa.
Hey, bud.
Ewok, Dr. Lupo, and Courage.
So
I would have went Lupo
I've-
on that one, to be honest.
Yeah, Lupo
That dude
literally
watched a
raises
little-
millions of dollars for children. So
all the time. Guys,
I've watched a little bit of Shroud. I've watched a little bit of Ewok. Lupo, I'm familiar with what he does. That's really all I can say. Shroud is
Dude,
good at
first of
playing
all-
games. Ewok is a fucking Fortnite genius.
but she's also deaf.
Completely.
She signs like
Yeah,
yeah. Yeah, can you imagine?
oh, is it that girl?
Yeah.
yeah.
She's awesome.
Yeah, can you imagine like trying to make a career out of a medium
Something
that's
like
like
this?
at least 50% of it is talking, I
I
would
mean,
say.
I'm lucky I can play a game and fucking talk at the same time. Interact with chat
Dude.
by talking to
Dude,
them.
she
To
gets-
do
I
it
can't
with
do that half
sign
the time.
language.
She gets mad
Right?
props. She actually just got moved to Mixer as well. And we're going to come back to this
Mhm.
topic because this is one of the things I want to talk about. She's under contract. Shroud was moved over under contract.
Mhm.
I believe Lupo, he's on the list. He actually is under contract with Twitch now. Like, there's a whole thing going on, I think, at the top of the mountain with all of the partnered big ass streamers where the platform is being like pushed into almost like a sports team where you have to like put your guys under contract. You need to have like
I've
real.
got my contract sitting next to me. I just haven't signed it yet.
Are they giving you M&Ms in your green room?
Doritos.
Oh.
He's moving to Pornhub. Shh. He's gonna be a Pornhub streamer.
I was waiting for the fucking reveal, Dave. Thanks.
Pixel's ready. She's already a community
Sold.
member.
I was waiting for the big reveal that was going to be Sunday after my Borderlands stream, but Dave
Sunday
where,
fun
he,
day.
where he unzips his hoodie, he's got the Pornhub shirt on.
Oh no. Oh,
Well,
no.
guys, we're moving to Pornhub.
pull out my dong fish.
There you go. Check out my dogfish. I'm on Pornhub
That's all it is.
every night for 3.5 minutes, and then I'm done. I'm off Pornhub.
3.5, maybe 4.
Yeah, I think all those creators are like some of them I've never heard of, just like you, but I feel like all those creators are worthy of winning that.
But Control should have won.
Somehow, Control is the best content creator of the year, though, you guys. I'm gonna let you finish, but
All right, moving on. Esports game of the year.
nope, skip.
Control.
Pass. Hard pass. That's not a sports game unless
League of Legends, whatever. Nobody
ripping concrete from the walls around you and throwing it at people is an esport. Then that is not an esport.
This is a weird category. It's weird because
Okay.
every game on this list is a Nintendo Switch title.
I've
It
not
is a
played
family
any of
game.
All of them are
that's a-
Nintendo Switch titles.
All of them are Nintendo Switch titles.
That's because like every other game on the list is like murder people with weird weapons that also
I was-
shoot weapons.
How about one of them is Pokemon?
None of them are Pokemon.
Hard
Family-
pass. None
family
of us
game
played
of the
them.
year.
Hey,
Family Guy, you said?
real quick, guys, Xanarax chat, EXO, you guys are
What's
here
going on,
now. Thanks for
Xanarax?
hanging out.
What's going
We're
on?
doing the Fancy Schmancy Variety Show, where we talk about dumb shit and say dumb things to each other, and we ask you what you think about the things we're talking about as well. We're just going through some of the categories for the Game Awards that happened, and telling everybody our really shitty opinions about it. So, feel free to jump in if you have a shitty opinion too. Like, definitely jump right in. Yeah,
Yes.
awesome.
Shitty opinions
your
are welcome.
You will fit right in. Great. So list
just so you
these
guys-
Nintendo games.
Other 3 guys know I got about 25 minutes. And I got to sign off.
All right. Well,
I will talk quickly then. Family games. Luigi's Mansion 3 was the winner.
I've heard a lot of
Ring-
hype about that one.
Ring Fit Adventure is that new Switch game with the ring that you... I don't know. It's
Ring
stupid.
Fit. I see. It's like the Wii
Yes.
Fit, but it's the Switch Fit.
But it's the Switch Fit, yeah.
Okay.
Super Mario Maker 2.
A lot of fun.
How is that
Uh,
game?
I've seen that
I
also.
love Super Mario Maker 2.
I
I
saw
played some
like,
yesterday.
dude, all the clips I see of that give me just instant anxiety.
Oh,
Yeah.
I got pissed on stream yesterday. I was straight up like, okay, we're going to go play Magic now.
Yeah, let's play something where I don't need skill at all.
Some of those levels are insane.
Oh shit.
I got one of my chatters sent me a level, and he's like, this is like the hardest level, and you literally, if you don't move, you die in like a quarter of a second.
Oh shit!
All right. Yeah.
And it's a perfectly well timed spin jump onto a thwomp, onto another thwomp, down a spiky corridor.
Yeah. No thanks.
Yeah, I couldn't do it.
No thanks.
Super Smash Brothers Ultimate and Yoshi's Crafted World were the rounding out the nominees.
I have nothing to say about this.
I've played 2 of those 6 games.
I have not.
I don't own a
played none of
Switch,
them.
and I don't like Nintendo.
I never played Luigi's Mansion, so
Smash Brothers is a good classic. I've played.
I played that on
Or
64.
beat 'em up. Yeah.
I've played.
which
it,
brings
yeah,
us into the next category, which is fighting game.
Here we go.
Winner is
Control.
Super Smash Brothers.
Okay. Could have been Control.
Could have been Control.
been.
The nominees were Jump Force, Dead or Alive 6, Mortal Kombat 11, and the Samurai Showdown reboot.
It was always going to be Smash.
Yeah, pass.
It wouldn't have mattered
Yeah.
whatever was on the list.
Smash Bros. Clearly.
Clearly, darling. Clearly.
I don't play fighting games. I do have Smash Brothers.
I haven't
It's
played.
fun.
I mean, the last one I played was Mortal Kombat 10.
Same.
I think I
It was
played
fun.
4.
I got it for like $6, like a year ago.
It's on Game Pass.
10 is,
Nobody plays
that's
it
why-
anymore,
that's
probably.
The only reason I have it is because it's on Game Pass.
Hard pass. Is it-
Okay.
How many more categories are there? That's right.
Some of
How
these
many-
we don't. Some of these
how
we don't
many
care
more-
about.
Yes.
So.
How many more categories
good
are
ones?
there that Sneak is going to tell us Control should have won?
All the ones you're not going to talk
Right.
about. Control did win.
I agree, Xenorax.
Ooh, actually, the category after next has Control in it.
Oh. Well, let's move on.
Fresh indie game is the next one.
Okay.
I've literally heard of one of these games.
Name them.
Disco Elysium. Elysium.
Elysium. Yep.
Elysium. They won. Is it Gris?
Greece.
Yep.
Grease? Whatever.
I'm gonna say it
Greece,
differently
Greece.
than you every time.
Do it. My Friend Pedro, Outer Wilds, Slay the Spire, and Untitled Goose Game.
So
Literally only heard of Untitled Goose Game.
I've played Outer Wilds. I accidentally downloaded it thinking it was Outer Worlds.
Whoops.
And it actually was a very good game. Like, it's a really good game. I've also played. What was the other one? What was one?
Inner
my friend
Wilds?
Pedro.
Oh,
Did
yeah.
Did you play that?
Yes, I did. I put there was like a weekend demo or something on PC. I downloaded it.
'Cause
it
it's on
was
Game
nuts.
Pass.
It was nuts. Non-stop action, flippy floppy, shooty. You die a lot, they die a lot. It's hilarious.
Okay.
Non-stop action. It's a great game. Which one actually won? Which one did you say actually won?
It was Disco
Elysium.
There you go.
I'm gonna have to look more into that one because I've heard it was actually pretty good.
I think Goose Game got screwed. It was the best. Anyway.
I'm gonna
Yes,
know
game.
soon enough. Fucking Game Pass needs to hurry up.
Next category is Game Direction. Big surprise here who won.
Control.
Death
Sekiro.
Stranding.
Oh,
Oh.
yeah.
Control.
Okay. I mean,
Yeah,
I think
I can
they
see that.
they should have won something, and that's a pretty fitting category for them.
Sekiro was nominated.
Of course it was.
Outer Wilds, Resident Evil 2 Remake, and Control.
Control should have won that one, but I think that if Death Stranding was going to win one of them, that's a good one for them to win.
And just kind of based on history with Kojima, I can see that.
Right, and also like you kind of got to take into consideration also like the game is very slow. It's not a game that's like full of action. Like there's like a lot of like smaller nuanced things that you really need to learn, and that makes like the last part of the game, like after 20 hours or so, after like all my friends have said, give it like 20 hours and then the game gets good. And like
Too much time.
you know, there's parts of that game where you're literally just walking through a rocky ass plain, and you know, like, give you a quick example. A friend of mine said that he picked up a pizza, and the way that you default pick the pizza up is
Pizza.
like a briefcase. And so when you pick it up like a briefcase, you pick it up wrong. The pizza has a damage bar. You've damaged it. So you can't just put it like that on your backpack. Like you have to he had to take his backpack off and like completely redesign how he carried his backpack so he could lay the pizza down properly.
Tetris.
And dude, like, yeah, it was yeah, see Xanax obviously played it. Like there was a lot of, like, it was basically like that. Like,
Anxiety is rising.
yes, and
Damn it! Give me an L block.
and that's what's going on is like
Long piece, come on!
there's all these things, and you just want to put the pizza the right way so you can start walking, and like walking is like you have to move out of every rock. You have to move away from every rock, and if your backpack is too heavy and you move too quickly, you'll fucking fall over, and then everything falls out of your backpack, and you gotta pick it back up and put it back on. And the whole time you got this baby in a bottle, like doing something, protecting you from
Damn.
something like this.
Exactly, Dave.
After long enough to where that becomes a normal thing for you, then the game opens up. That's what everyone's saying. So who the
Weird.
I think
Who the
it would
fuck
be a
knows?
good game for me to try. I want to at least.
Drugs.
yes.
Yes, please. Are drugs included with this game trial?
They probably should. What's the next category?
I skipped a few
Good,
because whatever.
because no one cares.
Multiplayer game.
Apex.
Apex. Yep.
Congratulations too. Like we said earlier, like that game's a sleeper game. Didn't expect it to be so good. They opened it up one day and said, "Hey guys, by the way, we have this new game. Play it if you want to. Cool. Okay, bye." And
It's free.
Yeah,
Go for
really
it.
good.
And if you're playing with the squad and you're all in like chat
Hold on.
and you're using you're communicating,
I don't think it's survive anyways, Anno.
it is a very very good game.
Yeah, I love-
if you're utilizing call outs and all that.
Me and
Mozambique,
Ken,
yeah.
we would spend the whole game just telling each other
Gibbs.
where Mozambique was. It was like,
And then you would have to call dibs.
Ping.
yeah. If
Mozambique, right there.
I need that.
All right, real quick.
need
Jack
two.
has something to say.
Okay,
So, has
Talk here.
talk to the microphone.
anybody seen Welcome to Marvel?
Have you seen Welcome to Marwin?
No,
No.
The one with Steve Carell?
Steve Carell. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
like a weird guy that plays with toys,
Who
but
thinks this looks like the same person?
Hold on.
Oh,
Just a second.
what's in his hand? Is he holding a weird? I can see that. Yeah, he
one
kind of
my
looks like Steve
friends
Carell.
gave it
I
to
can-
me
yeah, I can
before
see
they
that.
died.
Yeah,
This
totally.
is a frag grenade.
It's that honker that he's got there, man. That really makes it look like
Look at the profile chat. Oh, yes.
throw the Mozambique like it's trash. Absolutely,
My friends
because
gave
it
it
is.
to me before.
It
They
absolutely
do,
is.
they do think it sort of looks like Steve Carell.
Thank you, sir.
It looks-
All right, I love you.
Go to bed now.
I love you.
It's fucking 1 a.m.
You know I'm not going to bed, right?
Go to sleep.
Oh.
you
It'd be better if you did, though. 'Cause
Troll.
We gotta get up early.
I was gonna go. It's a school night, and then I'm like,
it's
wait.
totally not.
It is now. Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Saturday school.
So what else was nominated for multiplayer games?
Borderlands 3,
Yes.
Call of Duty Modern Warfare, Tetris 99.
That's the
That
Tetris
was
actually
VR.
fun.
If you guys
And
didn't
Division
know.
2.
It was actually fun.
Yeah.
That was really fun.
It's fun for us old people who grew up playing fucking Tetris.
what video games used to be like.
Die, you little
But now,
12-year-olds.
you're not just fighting yourself. You're fighting. And it's fucking nuts.
Oh my
A lot
god.
of fun.
Yeah, I think that was a clear winner. I think that they nailed Apex. Pac-Man VR. There we go.
Hey, didn't they do that with
Pac-Man
it was
VR,
Pac-Man
yes.
Championship or something?
It was just a bunch of different maps and game modes. It was a lot of fun though. A lot faster paced.
All right. So was there another category, Dave?
We got narrative,
Okay.
Control.
Disco Elysium,
Disco
One.
Elysium won that one. I'm gonna write
Yeah.
this
I'm
down
gonna
now.
have to look that
Control was
yes,
nominated.
should have won.
A Plague Tale: Innocence.
Oh, that's one I didn't play that I want to.
I've heard
That's
good
good.
things about that.
I think Pixel played that game.
I think so.
Death Stranding and Outer Worlds were the last two in that one.
It's on sale. I have to look at it.
That is one of the games
I can
that
see-
I
yeah.
wanted to. I'm a big story kind of guy.
Yeah.
Unless you're playing with me. The Outer Worlds,
and then
yes.
It's like, nope.
Other Worlds was also a contender for that category, I think.
I need to finish that.
What other categories do you have there, sir?
We are reaching the end. So
Good. That's what we're trying to do.
We'll bang these out real quick.
Yeah.
Ongoing game, Fortnite. Woo. Okay.
What was the other nominees? Just to
Destiny 2, Final Fantasy 14, Apex Legends, and Rainbow Six Siege.
I think that was Fortnite's gonna win that kind of category,
Yeah.
right?
It's been
Yeah.
going for ever.
I mean, I feel like Destiny.
Plague
but-
Tale.
Yeah, I think Destiny should have won that one too. They're a big contender in that one. Plague Tale is really good. Nice.
It looks so good.
I wish it was multiplayer and you could play as either of those characters and your friend could play as the other one. That'd be neat.
Yeah, but I mean, we have a special co-op thing that goes.
No. Moving on. Is there more categories?
There's like 3 or 4 more left.
Okay.
Okay.
Performance, like best performance.
Like by an actor?
Yeah. Mads Mikkelsen.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna just
weird
go
dude,
with
yeah.
that because it's fucking Mads Mikkelsen and
The only other people I recognize on
Well,
the
hold on.
list are
Wasn't he in
Ashley
Death
Birch.
Stranding?
yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ashley Birch and Norman Reedus were the only other 2 on that
What
list
about
I know.
what's the girl's name? She played Jesse Faden in Control. She
Ashley Birch was
she was nominated.
Parvati, right?
What about the doctor then? What was the doctor?
Parvati, Tiny Tina.
Yeah.
What's her name from Robot Dinosaur?
Oh, Parvati was such a good character.
Yeah, she was.
You know, Robot Dinosaur.
I always
That's
like
the name of that game.
I always treat my companions like absolute shit, but when she became my friend, like I started treating her like the princess that
farty.
she is.
Wait, Dave, did you say Ashley Birch voices Tiny Tina?
Yeah.
Sure does.
Really?
Yeah.
Because Tiny Tina's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Well, her brother wrote Borderlands 2 for poop's
That is
sake.
true. Yeah.
For poop's sake. Next
For
category.
poop's sake. Best role-playing game. You went to Disco Elysium.
Skyrim. Oh, that's an RPG?
Apparently.
I am gonna buy
Apparently.
this game. Who wants to play this game that I've never played before with me?
Other nominees
Look
were
at it.
Final Fantasy XIV, Kingdom Hearts 3, Monster Hunter World Iceborne, and The Outer Wilds.
Next, hard pass. Moving on.
Score and music went to Death Stranding.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know there was music in that crazy game.
Was there more categories? I mean, more nominees.
Of course.
Or-
Cadence of Hyrule, Devil May Cry 5, Kingdom Hearts 3, and Sayonara Wild Hearts. Rounded out the nominees.
and moving on.
Sports/racing game.
Forza Horizon 4.
Crash Team Racing won.
Wow, that's such an oldie.
Dirt Rally 2, eFootball Pro Revolution Soccer 2020, F1 2019, and FIFA 2020. Rounded
I'm really
out that one.
surprised FIFA didn't win. So moving on.
Sports ball games, you guys.
Um,
Don't go sports ball on me.
Strategery game. Fire Emblem Three Houses won.
Who else was not?
That is on the Nintendo Switch.
That's why I never
Age
heard
of Wonders, Planetfall, Anno 1800, Total War, Three Kingdoms, Tropico 6, and Wargroove.
See, a friend of mine played that Anno 1800 game and he loved it. Those are
Tropico's
not-
also a good game.
Those are not my kind of games.
I've heard
at
good
all.
things about Tropico. And we got one category left.
What's that, sir?
Drum roll,
Um,
please.
The best VR/AR game.
Oh, Pokemon.
Beat Saber won.
Beat Saber. That's actually a good one.
Beat Saber's a lot of fun.
What else?
It's
was
kind of fun to
nominated?
watch people do that.
Yeah, I was actually.
Um,
They were playing that at GuardianCon, and I was at a place where I couldn't see the screen. I could just see the person like doing the
It
crazy
looks
shit.
fun.
It was hilarious.
I've seen people on. I've seen some people on Twitch. I don't know if they just paint their whole wall green,
Probably.
but they'll do like the green screen, like so you can actually see them,
Yeah,
see the shit coming at them, and then you see them also.
that's neat.
I thought about figuring out a way
Like, that's
to,
cool.
to do that.
You would
So
would
I
need a
could
big
do mine in
space to
there.
like stand up in.
You would need a
probably.
big space, yeah. Other nominees were Asgard's Wrath, Blood and Truth, No Man's Sky, and Trover Saves the Universe.
Which
I've
is
heard of
fucking
No Man's Sky.
hilarious.
Honestly thought that one probably would have won if Beat Saber was not in there.
Trover's just Xanarex. Trover's just hilarious.
Awesome. That is very neat.
Yeah, the No Man's Sky updates were,
Yeah, No
Oh,
Man's
but
Sky.
I don't have a
I'd like
VR
to get
set,
that.
so
If there was a comeback kid category, I feel like
holy shit, yes.
No Man's Sky would win that one in a heartbeat.
Yeah, it made a. I haven't messed with the VR, but as far as just content and actually getting what was advertised to begin with,
hmm
yeah, they turned that around big.
Knocked
time.
it out of the park.
Yeah.
That's really good. I'm glad that they flipped the script on it, so to speak.
Hey guys, does this
All
look right? Does this look right now? Does that work?
What's that?
Yeah.
Dave underscore the president.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's
so
that?
Dave is this guy up here.
Where?
He is on Twitch.
Who?
This guy over here in the corner,
He's above me.
Thanatos.
Yeah,
He is here on
Yay.
Mixer. I am Canned.
that's him over there.
I am on Mixer.
Yeah,
And this guy over here, if you don't see him,
you're here
on
now.
His channel.
It's totally fine. So go follow the guys. This is something we're gonna try and keep doing every Friday night. We usually have a fifth dude with us. His name's Sevelus.
Sleeveless.
Sleeveless.
Whatever you wanna call him.
Sleeveless in Seattle.
He's awesome, but he's on
Someone
vacation in
sleeveless in
Colorado
Seattle.
with his girlfriend.
So we are Sevelistless tonight.
Sleeveless. And we're trying to do this every Friday around 11 Eastern. We're going to be talking about all the things that revolve around gaming, streaming, community, the fun stuff that we do every day. Hopefully, we're going to get some actual content from these D-bags and put together some clip videos and screenshots and whatnot. We're going to have some weekly content we're going to put out as a team. Looking forward to creating more and more stuff with you guys. Today we spoke mostly about the Game Awards. We did talk about some things beforehand. The GXE event next year is really, really something that I'm pushing for my friends to come hang out and maybe even sleep over at the Thieves' Den. Do some fun stuff here.
Ooh.
You're all invited, just not into my bed. That's
Oh.
Only with special permission.
that's like holy ground.
Yay.
I'm sorry. I had a great. This is a great show. Like, I'm sorry Seb wasn't here, but I feel like we fucking
You
nailed it.
missed out.
I mean, this like thrown together overlay thing even kind of looks decent. So, Pixel always stays up way too late. You guys know that. You guys know that.
Yes.
Let's see. Is there? Doesn't sleep. I think next week we're going to get into a couple things that I know I want to talk about. Like, for instance, there was that dude that had the problem with his tweet about being a pedophile playing with 10-year-olds on Fortnite.
Yeah.
Did you guys catch that? Listen.
Yeah.
Okay, listen.
That's spicy.
Make jokes, please. Make jokes.
Jokes?
Being funny is
Right.
awesome. Make your jokes. That is never a
Maybe
joke.
not that.
Has never been a joke. And somehow,
Never will be.
like, oh my god, somehow, the dude just like, there'd be no way I would be able to hit tweet, like write that
Right.
out and then like fucking send that. Like I would like.
Well,
So
and
this never really happens.
especially
because-
when 3 out of the 4 of us in this little group right here are
Have
parents.
Sheeran?
Well, Dave has kitty cats, kids,
That is
I've got
children.
Kitty Cat.
They're
Yeah.
fur babies.
kitty
You
cat
know,
Do not undermine the fur baby.
with a little hot dog starfish butthole.
Don't. You
I've seen
did.
it.
I
Don't
knew
talk
you-
about her butthole like that.
I've seen it.
She's underage. I'm
Yeah.
calling the police.
But yeah, like we're gonna like I don't know, like I think we should talk about Twitter. I want to have a
911?
discussion about Twitter and tweets and like what goes out there, but I really wanted to talk about that now because the dude should have known better. And there are people out there like defending him, like, well, it was just a joke, but it's like you can't joke
People
like that.
are being chastised and like put on a cross, so to speak, for much less.
Well, but like,
I read,
yeah.
and I don't know how
You don't
much
joke
truth
about
there
that
is
shit.
to this, but I read that he supposedly told someone that he knew exactly what was going to happen, and that's why he did it. And so I'm like,
No, dude.
that's
Dude was
you
partnered.
can't. Yeah. Yeah, I mean that was
Mixer
my
said
thing.
you're not partnered anymore. You're no longer officially.
that's
We're going to
clear.
take
I
that
mean,
back
Yes,
now.
they definitely fucking did. They took the
That's
partnership
a
away.
really stupid tweet to put out there if you're just somebody, me and my viewer base. If
Listen,
I put it out there, it's gonna piss people off. But if I'm somebody that is associated with Mixer, and by extension, Microsoft, right? That's just not gonna end well.
I mean, even more than that. Like, I understand that you should be smart on that level as well, but like, Twitter is like a living diary of everything you've ever said on Twitter. Like, you can literally scroll through, and like, places that like maybe not necessarily want to give you all the money in the world, but when you're at that level, you have the option to do sponsorships, and you have the option to like affiliate programs, and like all the things that like people want content creators to do. Like, they're gonna look at all your history. They're gonna go check out who you are as a person.
You fucking idiot. Figure it out.
And that's
Even if you delete that too.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
it's never gone. And the thing is,
well, plus so many
now
people
that I'm-
screenshotted it. Like, it's not going anywhere.
now that I'm 6, 7, 8 months into this streaming thing, and Pix is a partner, Sneak, you've been doing this a while. The partners that I watch, I'm starting to understand the work that is involved to get there.
Yeah.
The time and the dedication that it takes. You've thrown all that away at this point.
Yeah, but like for a like pedantic, like lowbrow joke that really isn't a joke.
That wasn't even funny. And I've got a fucked up sense of humor.
Well, I mean, you
Twitter's a
can't
trap.
even say being drunk though, because I'm drunk all the time.
Yeah,
well, not all the time, just enough.
You like
But
you've
know
never
what
put
you're
a tweet out
doing.
like that.
You know what you're doing whenever you're in that mindset.
Yeah, no.
And, I mean,
Everyone
it's-
should know. It's such a dumb thing, man. Like, you should be using Twitter and putting out the best version of you that you can. Don't be disingenuous, and don't be, lying about shit or whatever. But like, you should be using that to like put the best you on display for people to, at any point in time, can click on your profile and see what you tweeted 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Dave.
There's just lines you don't cross.
I just don't know. Like, some folks out there, like, you guys are awesome, and you're maybe just a little too free with your funny jokes. I know that's a funny joke, and that
Vicarious.
people can like have funny jokes or whatever, but like, you really should think about, like, is this something that I want, like, tied to my career, my brand, my personality for all of the rest of my career? Like, is this a thing that I'm willing to like basically tattoo on me? Is this something that I want to follow me around?
Yeah. Because that's never going to go away.
Yeah. It's hard too, because I've said some dumb things, believe it or not, and
Today.
in the last 5 minutes, but like, I've never crossed that line, and that's something
Right.
that I think, if this is your chosen mode of either career or hobby, or whatever you want this to be, like, you should still understand that you don't want those types of things to follow you.
Right.
On stream, you
And-
let things slip by accident, and you can do that. But I think that as a streamer, especially as you're learning and getting better at it, you should not do that.
Yeah.
There's been tons of streamers out there who have never had a problem saying anything dumb, because they're like aware of what they're doing and like what they're putting out there. And it's just one of those things where Twitter, it kind of is a trap. Like if you say the wrong thing and someone decides like this is going viral, then
You can even say the right thing and somebody will twist it in a second.
yep, that's also true.
So, I mean, you can't really.
You have to be careful.
You're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't.
Well, but also, like I said, like, there's people out there who have been, made this a career
They
for
have.
themselves and have not said a single thing that they shouldn't have.
Right.
So it's not like it's impossible. It's not like you can say, well, everyone fucks up, which is true. But, like, I don't know. There's definitely a level of responsibility that you have to be able to maintain in order to kind of be a public personality, I guess.
All right,
So-
guys. I am signing off for the night.
It is that time. I was hoping
It
to say goodnight to everyone at the same time. Next week, we're going to have another stream around 11 Eastern on Friday. Then we're going to have holiday break and come back in January strong and ready, and we're going to be putting out some more content for you there. You will be able to catch all of our content on YouTube. You'll be able to catch it on... we're going to link it up on Twitter, where we're going to have it available for anybody who wants to click on... I think I have it on my Facebook and...
The Thieves Den Gaming Facebook page.
Yeah, the Thieves in Gaming Facebook page. Pixel and Dave, you're now friends, and you love each other forever.
Yay!
Forever.
Dave is on Twitch. He loves it over there. He also does the very best Smeagol I've ever heard. But I don't want to put him on the spot. Great show, guys. Thanks for hanging chat, and we will catch all of your butts later.
Good night, everyone.
Bye bye.